right, hello and good morning. My name is Heather and I'll be teaching a 30-minute yoga sequence. I teach over at Yoga 6. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start on our backs. The shoulders are going to be tucked. Feet are going to be towards the end of the mat. Whatever pace you're breathing, I want you to start to slow it down. Taking deep inhales through the nose and deep exhales through the mouth. Now we're going to go ahead and start scanning the body, starting at the crown of the head. We're going to come down to the forehead, relaxing the muscles in the forehead, relaxing the muscles around the eyes, unclenching the jaw, letting the lips part slightly and the tongue come to the roof of the mouth, coming down to the neck, releasing any constriction in the throat, moving down to the shoulders. You may have responsibilities later in the day, but for now I want you to take them off your shoulders and let them melt into the mat. Now moving down the arms, gently moving the shoulders and the sockets, coming down to the wrists, moving the hands around, wiggling the fingers, bringing in some movement. Now moving back to the chest, once again feeling the rise and fall of the chest as you start to breathe just a little bit deeper. Moving down to the stomach and letting the navel fall down onto the mat. Moving down and releasing any remaining tension in the hips, letting the hips open just an inch further. Moving down the legs, coming all the way down to the ankles, letting the feet move around in the socket, wiggling the toes. Inhale, bring the right leg up high. The toes are going to be flexed. Inhale, point the toes and bring the hands on the outside of the thigh. Gently pull in the leg, keeping the leg straight. Exhale, flex the foot, bringing the toes down. Inhale, straightening the toes, bringing in the leg just a little bit further. Now doing a couple on your own with your own breath and your own movement. Every exhale, flexing the toes. Every inhale, pointing the toes and bringing the leg in a little bit closer, making sure to keep the leg as straight as possible, not putting any strain on the knee, but rather on the back of the thigh. Maybe giving yourself a nice massage or moving the foot around in the socket. Inhale. Exhale, gently let the leg back down to meet with your left. Notice how much longer this leg feels. Inhale, left leg goes up high, flexing the toes. Inhale, pointing the toes, placing the hands behind the back of the thigh and gently pulling in the leg towards the torso. Exhale, flex the toes. Inhale, point the toes and gently pull. To get the leg a little closer, it helps to exhale, completely let all of the air out of the torso to give your leg space to come a little closer. Inhale, exhale, let the leg go back down long. Now inhale, bring the knees into the chest. Rock back and forth a little bit to loosen the shoulders, loosen the hips. Now send the knees out to the right, stacked on top of one another. Arms come out to a T. Gaze comes over your left shoulder. You may remain here, or for a deeper stretch, you may extend the top leg, toe touching. Every inhale, lengthen the spine. Every exhale, come a little bit deeper into the twist. Inhale, bring the legs back into center, hugging the knees into the chest. Exhale, send the knees out to the left side, arms coming to a T, gaze over the right shoulder, either remaining here or deepening the twist by straightening the top leg. Inhale, bring the knees back into center, hugging them into the chest once more. And then gently rock yourself up into a seated position. Legs crossed comfortably. Make sure your sit bones are planted into the mat. Inhale, bring the arms up high. Exhale, relax them down to the earth. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, relax them back down. Inhale, arms up high. This time turning to the right and relaxing the arms down into a gentle seated twist. Inhale, arms up high and back to center. Exhale, turning to the left, relaxing the arms down. Now doing a couple rounds on your own, with your own breath, own movement. Each time, trying to bring yourself a little bit deeper into the twist. Maybe bringing the palms on the outside of the knee. Keep the shoulders relaxed and not hunched up by your ears. Before relaxing them down, now we're going to remove some of the tension in the neck. Inhale, exhale, drop the head down, letting it hang heavy before bringing it back up. Doing a couple rounds. Before coming back into center, coming back on the opposite side, gently rolling, letting the head hang heavy. Before coming back to center. Now gently placing the hand on top of the head and the other on the shoulder. Gently peel the head away from the shoulders, feeling the lengthening in the side of the neck. And then once you've reached a certain point, gently push the head down and away, deepening the stretch. Inhale, bring the head back up. Maybe gently rock the head back and forth. Now place the opposite hand on the top of the head and the shoulder gently peeling away. Remember to keep breathing. And then when you're ready, placing the hand on the back of the head, gently pushing down and away. Inhale, come back to center. Now place the hands out in front of you. Swing the legs back behind for a tabletop position. Shoulders are going to be stacked above the wrists. Hips are stacked above the knees. Gaze is forward. Inhale, drop the belly, bring the shoulders back, bring the gaze upward for cow pose. Exhale, bring the navel up high, dome the back, let the head hang heavy for cat. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward, shoulders back. Exhale, navel to the sky, domed back, heavy head. Now doing a couple rounds on your own. If it feels right to you, you can add a couple of barrel rolls. You may extend the cat by coming up to the fingertips. Before coming back into a neutral tabletop, inhale, bring the right arm up high to the sky and your gaze with it. Exhale, bring the right arm between the left arm and the left knee. You may remain here, or for a deeper twist, you may bring the left arm behind and bring the gaze upward. Remember to keep the hips high. Try not to put too much pressure onto your neck and shoulders. Wherever your left arm is, bring it back down to the mat. Inhale, unthread the right arm, bringing it up high to the sky before relaxing it back down to the ground. Inhale, left arm goes up high. Exhale, bring it between the right arm and right thigh, relaxing the head down, either remaining here or bringing the right arm behind the back, gaze coming upward. Wherever the right arm is, bring it back down to the ground. Inhale, unthread the left arm, bring it up high to the sky before relaxing it back down. Now walk the palms forward slightly, flip the toes, and push the hips up high into downward facing dog. Try to melt the heels to the back of the mat. You can help this by gently pedaling the feet. Let the head hang heavy. Make sure there's not too much pressure on your wrists, but rather it's distributed through your 5 fingers. Keep pushing the hips up high. Inhale, walk the feet to the palms, keeping the head down, and gently grab opposite ends of the elbow, letting the head hang heavy towards the earth. Keep a micro bend in the knee. You may remain here, or you may add some movement by swaying back and forth, shaking the head yes, shaking the head no. Loosening up any remaining tension in the spine and in the neck. For a deeper stretch, you may bring the palms behind and gently peel the shoulders away, still letting the head hang heavy. Inhale, exhale, let the arms hang heavy for a forward fold. Inhale, hands to shin, gaze forward, flat back for halfway lift. Exhale, let the head hang heavy, arms come down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, gaze forward, this time bringing the arms behind like an airplane. Exhale, release down, forward fold. Inhale, come up gently, bringing the arms up. Coming to about the middle of the mat, arms out in front. Inhale, exhale, sink the hips down for chair pose. I find this pose really helps if you add some movement. I like to bring the arms out ahead and then gently work them behind. Each time, trying to let gravity sink the hips a little bit closer to the ground. Make sure you can still see your toes. Maybe wiggle them a little bit. Make sure you're not putting too much pressure onto the ankle. Just a couple more rounds. Before coming back to center, rising up. Now coming up a little bit to the further of your mat, place the hands on the hips. Place the right foot back behind you at a 45-degree angle, about hips distance apart. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips and let the head hang heavy. Drop the hands down for pyramid pose. You may remain here, or you may bring the crown of the head closer to the shin. For another shoulder stretch, you may bring the arms behind, gently peeling the shoulders away. Every exhale, let the head drop a little bit further to the ground. Inhale. Wherever you are, place your hands back on your hips and hinge back up, bringing the feet back together, maybe shaking out a little bit. Now step the left leg behind at a 45-degree angle. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips, letting the head drop down, arms coming with it. Inhale, hands on the hips. Bring the shoulders up and away from the legs. Now come back to the back of your mat, maybe the back quarter. Inhale, bring the hands up high. Exhale, drop them down, placing them on the ground in front of you. Walking the feet back slightly, pushing the hips up for downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. And notice how much better your legs feel after a little stretch. Inhale, right leg goes up high, and bring it in between the palms. Relax down the left leg, letting the top of the foot come into the mat. Stay here for a couple breaths. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms Add a little back bend. Inhale, arms come back up. Exhale, relax the arms back down. Now bring both arms on the inside of your right foot, gently heel toeing the leg out and forward. You may remain here for lizard pose, or you may relax the forearms down to the ground. To better help you get into this pose, gently let the knee fall out and bring the hips forward. If you have blocks, you may place them underneath and press pressure using the forearms to come deeper into the stretch. Inhale. Bring the foot in slightly, heel toeing about to the middle of your mat. Before letting the knee fall out, bringing the heel in a little bit closer to the pelvis. Take a glance over the right shoulder to square the hips forward for pigeon pose. You may remain here, or you may walk the palms forward, coming over the right knee for sleeping pigeon. Inhale, walk the palms towards the body, bring the torso up. Take a glance over to your left side. Gently bring in the heel towards the glute and capture the outside of the foot for a quad stretch before relaxing it back down to the ground. Bringing the right foot back to meet your left, toes tucked. Gently push the hips back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up high. Exhale, landing between the palms. Relax the right leg down, top of the foot going into the mats. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, bringing the gaze upward for a mini back bend. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, relaxing the arms down, framing the feet with your hands. Now bring both arms on the inside of the left knee. Gently heel toe the left foot out and forward for lizard pose, either remaining here or relaxing the forearms down to the mat, letting the knee hang out slightly, not bouncing to achieve the pose, but rather letting gravity gently sink it down. Inhale, plant the palms back into the mat. Gently heel toe the left foot over slightly before letting the knee fall out. Bring the heel in closer to the pelvis. Glance over the left side to square the hips forward for pigeon pose. You may remain here or gently walk the hands down for sleeping pigeon. Try to notice the differences between the two sides. Inhale. Walk the palms in towards the body, bringing the chest up. Take a glance over your right shoulder. Bring in your right leg, the heel to glute, and gently capture the outside of the foot for a nice little quad stretch. Before relaxing the leg down. Now bringing the left leg behind to meet the right, widening the knees, big toes touching, gently sink onto the hips. And then walk the palms forward, bringing the chest down to the mat for child's pose. At this time, start to deepen your breathing. Focus on deep inhales through the nose and deep exhales through the mouth. Gently reevaluate the body, focusing on any points of tension that are left, and let them sink into the mat. Inhale, press the palms into the mat, bringing the chest up. Gently swing the legs out in front of you, bringing them to a cross-legged position. Hands are going to be at palm heart center. Gaze is down. Thank you all so much for letting me lead your yoga practice today. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Namaste.